Okay. So it's being recorded now. Hi, good morning, everyone. So we're talking about Power Platform. What Power Platform is? So we said it's a group of products offered by Microsoft that enables users and organizations to analyze data. So you're analyzing data is you're going to be using your Power BI platform to create data and then create dashboards using visualizations. Then we also said Act, that's Power Apps. So you're creating apps from scratch. You're creating applications or let's say apps from scratch using data stored in your data source. So the next one is automate. So we're going to automate data. So automating data means your data can move from let's say, from one table to the next table without you moving it. So let's say your documents can actually move from one table to the next table without you moving around. So it just automates your data. Then we have build. Build is virtual agent. So in Power Platform, virtual agents are used to create bots. So bots are, so when you visit a site, there's always this very small person or this very small icon that pops up to say, "Hi, my name is this. How may I help you?" So that is a bot. It's a chat bot actually. So we use Power Virtual Agent to create that, and then we analyze, act, automate, and build on data to transform our businesses digitally. So, and another definition is it is a low-code platform that spans across Office 365, Dynamics, Azure, and standalone applications. That was not clear. And standalone applications. So I hope we understood that. So we're still looking at them. So since we said Power Platform, okay, according to the definition the First Lady gave us, she said she she talked about Power Platform and said it's a group of tools. So now these are the group of tools used in Power Platform. So we have Power BI. So Power BI is used to visualize data. Then Power Apps is used to create as application development, it's to create application. Then Power Automate is used for process automations. Then our Power Virtual Agent is used for intelligent virtual agents like chatbots. So these four tools here, they are laying on top of this ones under the data connectors, the AI builder, and Dataverse. So these four tools will need data connector to connect to other applications. So aside other applications, they can also connect to themselves. So Power BI can also be used with Power Automate. Power Apps can be used with Power Automate, can also be used with Power Virtual Agent. So these are like they're connecting to each other. Then AI Builder is like an artificial intelligence builder. So for Power Apps, we have the AI Builder. So we use AI Builder in Power Apps. Then we have Dataverse. Dataverse is where you can store, is a data source actually. It's where you store your data that you would use within either of these applications. So we have other data sources. So we have SharePoint, we have Excel, then there are so many others. I will talk to you about them later on. But Dataverse is like the major one for Power Platform. But it's not like the main major one. It's just like we use it mostly. Then moving on, we have data connectors. We have data connectors. So based on this now, and our data connectors from this diagram, what are data connectors? So I would say that connectors actually enable you to connect applications, data, and devices in the cloud. So you can also consider connectors as a bridge across which information and commands travel. Yeah. So because most of the Microsoft Power Platform tools here, they leverage on data from different data sources through the data connectors. That's why we need the connector. So it just enables you to connect your apps and your data and your devices in the cloud. So keeping it in the cloud actually makes it more safe. So you don't have to store a lot of information on your laptop or on your computer. So everything will be saving to the cloud. If you need it, you just go online to get any information you need. So we can also say that a data connector is an interface used to connect to API that allows the underlying services to talk to the Microsoft Power Platform. So APIs are application programming interface. So there are applications that allow two applications to talk together, to talk to each other. So data connectors actually is what is used to allow your Power BI to talk to your Power Automate. It also allows your Power Apps to talk to your Dataverse, and so on, so on. So we have various examples of data connectors. So we have the Office 365, then we have Twitter, we have Dropbox, we have SharePoint, SQL Server, and so many more. So it says that there are over 275 data connectors in Power Platform. Like there are various connectors in Power Platforms. Like even when you start building your applications, you won't use up to maybe 10 of them, because you will just use a few of them. So as you progress, as you move from beginners level to intermediate level, you get to use the other connectors. And then there are actually three categories of these connectors. So we have the standard, we have the premium, and we have the custom. Please, are we all together?
Yes, we are.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes, but you are too fast. Please, can you calm down?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. So, as I was saying, we have three. Our connectors are divided into three categories. We have standard, premium, and custom. So for standard, it's I would call it the freer version of connectors. So for this, you don't have to pay. It's just there, and it's just your major. They are just like major tools, or they're just tools you can use. So we have examples of this standard. We can say Twitter, we can say SharePoint, we can say the Office 365. So these ones, you don't have to pay money to use them. And there are like a lot of them. So as we go on, you will see more data connectors. So the second one is the premium data connector. So the
Sorry
premium
for the
data
interruption.
yeah, you can talk to me.
Please, your voice is echoing. I can't really hear you very well.
Okay, is that the same for every other person?
No, it's not for me.
No.
No,
Yes,
it's
please,
not.
I
I can
can't
hear
hear
you
you
clearly.
very well.
No. Maybe the connection is from your hand.
Hi, Amara.
Okay.
It was at the point, but it's better now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. So is it okay now? Is it still echoing? Echoing.
Yes.
It's better now.
It's okay now.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Yes.
All right, so we have the premium. This premium, you need to get like licenses to use the premium data connectors. So an example of this premium is DocuSign. Okay, so DocuSign is it's a tool used to get signatures online. So instead of signing on paper, you can just sign online, and then your signature goes to, or your signatures are pending to various documents. So for us to use that particular tool, we need to get a license for it. So that's why it's under premium. So any connector under premium is you have to pay for it. It's being paid for. Then we have the custom connectors. So these ones are the ones you create by yourself. So you can create it and then connect it to your API. And once you connect it to API, you can actually send it to Microsoft, and then they can endorse it. So it will be part of your connectors. So Are we together? So moving on to data connectors. So these are the examples of data connectors. I could show you a live example, but I think I'll do that at the end of the class. So for this just shows, this picture here just shows all the connectors we have. So looking at this image, can you tell me the standard ones, the premium ones, and okay, we can't see custom ones here. So can someone tell me, like, maybe you list like 2 standard connectors from this image, then 2 standard and 2 premium connectors from this image?
Standard connector number 1, flow button for mobile, and 2, common data service. That's for standard.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So 2 premium.
Can
I'm
I
waiting
answer?
SharePoint. Okay, sorry. Premium 1 is SharePoint. And the second one is Buffer. I don't.
Okay, so SharePoint is a standard connector. It's like a major connector in Power Platform. So it's not a premium connector.
Yeah.
So looking at this, you would say all the items at the top, so from the flow button for mobile to Office 365, okay, there's OneDrive, there's Outlook, there's SQL. To SQL, they are standard connectors. Then from 10 to 8 appointments, Act, Adobe Creative, I think, to a few others. I think from 10 to 8 downwards are premium. So you have to pay to use some of them. Okay, common data service is still down here, so we can say all of them. I think some Dynamics is there, so you don't have to pay for that. So let's just say from 10 to 8 and to Buffer, they're premium. So moving on, we're going to be looking at Power Apps now, since this is our major focus. So from what I've explained earlier, what is Power Apps? Hello?
PowerApp is a low-code app that,
Okay, no, I think two people want to talk at the same time. You can talk.
Okay. PowerApp is a low-code app that runs on your iOS or mobile-driven devices.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there another person want to say something?
I was just going to say that based on the definition you mentioned earlier, it allows users to act, create, and modify data.
Okay, thank you very much, you two guys did well. So Power Apps is a platform that allows for quick and easy development of custom applications, custom apps with little to no code expertise. So you do not have to know how to code to create an application in Power Apps. So that's what Power Apps is. It's low code. It's easy for quick development of custom applications. So you can actually create an application in less than 30 minutes and be able to use it on your phone, because there was someone who said she wanted to be able to create applications that she use on her phone. So that's what Power Apps is. Then it also connects to a wide range of third-party systems and can be configured with other Microsoft business applications for better flexibility. So just like I said earlier, when you can connect to third-party systems to using your Power Apps. So, and connecting to the third-party systems, it means you have to use your data connector. Okay, you'd have to use a data connector. So Power Apps actually allows you to connect to other applications. So you saw those applications we saw in data connectors, yeah? Power Apps can connect to them, and then you can also get information from, so let's say, for example, Twitter now, you can connect to your Twitter. So you can say, when you create, or when someone sends a tweet to you, I want to get a mail or get a notification. So you can just use a button from Power Apps to automate this or to do this. So this is our Power Apps logo. Then next is you can build mobile friendly applications or apps quickly without development knowledge, and it also reduces stress. So in your company, if you have like something you want to create and don't want to disturb like the major developers in the company, you can use Power Apps to do that. So you just create something that will be very useful to yourself. So Power Apps can do that for you. So you don't have to stress someone to help you create something when you can just use Power Apps. So it also allows users to see only the information they need to fulfill a particular task. So you know that after creating your application, you can view it on your mobile phone. Yeah. So this statement is just telling us that when you are viewing on your mobile phone, you don't have to say all the codes or all the functions or formulas you used in the app. You just see the major interface. So if your app is to order for something, it's used to order for something, you just say, okay, welcome this person, or let's say welcome Amara. Click here to order and all that. So you just click your buttons, and that's always that is as simple as that. Then we have 3 types of apps. So in Power Apps, there are 3 types of apps. We have the Canvas apps, we have the model-driven apps, and then we have the portals. So this is actually arranged based on your level of understanding. So the Canvas app is for beginner level, then model-driven app is for intermediate, then portals for the experts. So we look at this one after the other. So do you have questions before we move on? Okay. So no questions.
There is a
Yeah,
question.
Okay. You can ask a question, please.
Okay. Please, I don't really understand the API, the application programming. The API. I didn't really
Yeah.
understand that.
Okay, I said earlier that the application programming interface, that's the API, is an application that allows other applications to talk to themselves. So when you connect to your API, it allows. So let's say, for example, we have Power Apps and Power Automate. We want them to talk to each other. They go through an API. So it's like it's underlying. Like you don't see it at the top. It's just under. It does like the background job for you. So you don't see when it does the job. You just know that these things have spoken to each other. So you can click a button on Power Apps now, and Power Automate to do the automation for you. Do you understand? So API is an underlying factor in the whole of this Power Platform business. So hope you
Thank you.
understood that.
Yes. Thank you very much.
So Canvas apps, this is the best option when you want to build an app from scratch. So out of the 3 applications, this is the one you build your app from scratch with. So it allows you to design your app based on your own specification. So you'll be like, okay, so for my application, yeah, I want to have 2 legs here and 2 legs here. I want to have all the circles in the middle. I want to have all the rectangles at the top and all that. With Canvas app, you can do that. So it allows you to just design your app based on your taste. So if you want, okay, I want to use pink here, I don't want to use blue here, I want to use purple up here and all that. This app is like the best app for you. And as a beginner, this is where you should start from. You start from your Canvas app. So moving on, So it says in Canvas app, you can just drag and drop your various controls and add your desired functionalities by writing Excel style formulas. So in Power Apps, it's low code, no code. So, but you still have to use some formulas. These formulas are quite easy. They're not that difficult. So if you use Excel, or if you are very good, or if you were very good with Excel, you see that most of the functions in Excel are what you would also use in your Power Apps. So it's not so complicated. You just have if you want to move to the next screen, you have the navigate to the next screen. So you have navigate and maybe 2 brackets, open and close brackets, and it takes you to the next screen. That's like the only code you need to move from one screen to the next screen. So you don't have to write one very long thing. Then if you want to submit your form or submit your app to a data source, you can just use submit form brackets name of your form, and that is it. So it's very easy to drag and drop your controls, and also easy to add your formulas or functions. So now we're going to model driven apps. So model driven apps are the intermediate stage, or the intermediate way of building apps. Although if you're a beginner, so you can also learn it. It's not that difficult. So it's saying that this app is built from data stored in Microsoft Dataverse. So this application is built directly from. So I talked about Dataverse being where you store most of your data when you want to build applications. So for model-driven app, they strictly focus, or they strictly use Dataverse. So you will store all your data, and then you would pick it. Power Apps will pick it for you and then create what you want to create. So these ones, they are not designing anything by yourself. They are going to just give you the design for you. They will just give you the design. And then it's actually more responsive. So you can use it both on your mobile app or your tablet, and you're not stressing to do anything. But in Canvas app, it's not like you can't use it on both mobile or tablet. You can, but once you start, when you create your app from scratch, you have to select the layout of your application. So layout means, do you want it to be in tablet form, or do you want it to be in tab form? So when it starts, once you select, okay, I want this application to be in tablet form, it becomes tablet form throughout. So you can't come back, let's say in the middle of your app development, you now come and say, okay, I don't want tablet form again, I want to change it to tab form. It won't work for you in Canvas app. So once you select tablet form, it's tablet form throughout, except to create another app that is going to be using your phone layout. And you put your phone in the phone layout, it turns to phone layout. Once you put it in tablet layout, it does that. So, and then you don't have to write all the formulas yourself here too. So they just do everything for you. The only thing you have to do is do the whole drag and drop, pick all the data you need, and all that in modern driven app. Then for portals, this is like the advanced stage of Power Platform. Of Power Apps. So it brings all your no-code solutions to face the public. Sorry, how do I put it? So it says Portal brings the power of no-code solutions to building externally facing websites. So what it does is, this is your portal. It's almost like your app is going to look like a website. So it's not going to be used just on your phone. It would look like you are working just like normal website. So imagine going to a website, the way websites look, that's how portals look. So that's why it's more complex to create. Not that complex, but you need to do kind of some underground things so it works better. So it's actually very complicated for beginners at this point, but hopefully we'll get to this stage soon. So we are using all the data. You're also going to use your data in Dataverse to build, and it's the same drag and drop experience. So you can just drag and drop your various controls to where you want it to be on your screen but you're going to be building an interactive website. So you're not just building an application for your phone. You're building for other people to use too. So we are going to be looking at the business value of Power Platform. Before we go into that, I would want to ask if any one of us have questions. Do we have questions, please? Hello? Hello, are we still together?
Yes, Amara, I think we're good.
Yeah, just
Yes.
somebody
Yes,
else.
we are together.
I don't have any questions from my side.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I left and I was talking to myself all this while.
Oh, we're together.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So we're going to look at the business value of Power Platform. So from what I've spoken about earlier on, does anyone have an idea what benefits of using Power Platform would be, or what benefits it will give your company when you start using Power Platform?
Yeah, I think it will help our companies to build apps very fast and without having to wait for developers at some point. Most especially for maybe you want to have a simple software on an app that will execute a simple task. So with PowerApps platform, we can be able to build that application or software.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So that's a very good instance. So it's helps you to build your application faster without stressing your developers or without waiting for. So the first one is it's designed for all kinds of users. So anybody can actually use Power Platform as long as you have, let's say, the license. But anybody, so whether you know how to code or you don't know how to code, or you just know like a little bit of coding, Power Platform is good for you because it just teaches you to do some things and be very productive without stressing to learn maybe some kind of programming languages or all that. So secondly, it allows users organizations to save cost. So, once you start using application to build using Power Platform to build applications, you may not necessarily need to call maybe some developers to do some things that you can just easily build with your Power Apps. So now you are now saving money for your company by not employing maybe more developers, but using like your citizen developers to create applications that will work well for the company. The next is it facilitates remote working and multi-device functionality. So you don't have to always be in front of your laptop when you want to use any of the Power Platform tools. You can use your phone or you can be on the move and still be working with a Power Platform tool. So it says it reduces dependency on third-party tools. So this reducing dependency on third-party tools means that it helps you to not depend on some tools. So let's say, for example, an organization now, they want to create something, and then they need to get license to create it. But when you already have Power Platform license, or maybe the Microsoft Office 365 license and all that, I don't think you need to be paying for license to get other tools that you know that maybe some of the tools in Power Platform can perform or do the job for you. So it allows you to manage all business processes in a single platform. So all your business processes as they are created can be managed on a single platform. So you don't have to maybe, it's saved online already. So you don't have to say, okay, I saved it on my laptop. If I don't go out my laptop, I will not be able to access it. Once it's saved online, you can actually access it anywhere, as long as there's a computer around you, so you can access your processes. And it also enhances your data security. Because it's saved online, you are sure that your documents and all your devices, everything you use to build your application is there, is saved. Nothing can come and tamper with it, except maybe they hack your system. And even when they hack your system, you also need the old double factor authentication to even access most of these things. The next is it saves time. Like, so some things that some developers will take like maybe months to create, sometimes your application can take a few weeks or a few days to create. So Power Platform is very efficient and it's very beneficial to companies, and not only companies, to us as individuals too. Thank you. So next, we'll be talking about the certification we need to get after this program. So let's say after this Power Platform program. After the PowerApps too. So our major aim for this program, in this cohort, is for at least 1 or 2 people to be able to get a certification after this whole cohort. So we don't want to do this cohort in a way that once we're done, nobody is trying to achieve or get certifications. We want each and every one of us to ask them to aim to get certifications after this. So in order to do that, for Power Platform, we have to get the PL 900 fundamentals certification. So this is like the lowest certification in Power Platform. So, and you can actually get free vouchers for the exam by writing, not just writing, by viewing or attending online virtual trainings. So these trainings just go on for 2 days. So once you attend for 2 days, or once you register and attend the program for 2 days, you get a voucher at the end. So this voucher will help you write your certification exam. That's for PL 900. Then the next is the PL 100. So the PL 100 is the next exam after the PL 900. So, but our main focus is for the PL 900. So hopefully by the end of this program, we should be able to get this certification. Do we have any questions? So this is to practice for the certification. You need to use your Microsoft Learn. So they already have this panned out for you. Sorry, I'm going to leave this and show you something. So this is already, so this is it. So we have Microsoft Certified Power Platform Fundamentals. So this is where you come to learn, and you get to know all the processes. So once you click on this start item, it takes you to a page where you start learning. So you start learning. So these are all the learning parts we have for Power Platform. So we have, first off, we have the introduction to Microsoft Power Platform. Then we have introduction to Dataverse. We have introduction to PowerApps. Then we have how to build a Canvas app, how to build a model-driven app. Then we have introduction to PowerApps portals. Then we have introduction to Power Automate, introduction and how to build an automated solution. So once you are done with this training or this part, you should be able to take the Power Platform, Microsoft Power Platform Fundamentals exam. So do we have any question based on the certification? Hello?
My question, yes, I have a question.
Yeah,
Hello?
please go on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my question is this. You said after the training, go to Microsoft Power Platform Fundamentals to write the exam. And after the training for like 2 days, we are going to have a voucher. So
Yes.
without the voucher, can't somebody be able to get the certification?
Yeah, without the voucher, you can get a certification, but you would pay. You would pay, I think for Nigeria, it's like around $80. You pay $80 to get voucher for the exam. So
okay,
so why we want
$80.
US? Yeah, so that is around 40K ish in Nigeria money. So you pay $80 to get. So you can actually, most of these certifications, you get them, you can just pay for them. But because you want it to be easier for you guys, since you are just like learning it and you're like, most of you are kind of beginners, we want you to just attend the training for 2 days and you get a free voucher. Then you can write your exam maybe a week or 2 weeks after. So do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
moving on.
To get the voucher, you must attend the training, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So once you attend the training, you get a free voucher for the exam, right?
Yes, you get a free voucher after the 2 days training.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah, so maybe by the end of this whole cohort, we would send a link to you. The link would help you to register for the virtual training. So you have to attend online. It's a virtual training. So the link will help you get to attend, so register for the virtual training, attend it, and you'd have your voucher. So for take home, we have to complete the introduction to Microsoft Power Platform and introduction to Power Apps modules on Microsoft Learn. So I would send the link to you. So I think this is the link, or these are the links. I'll send it to you. It's just for you to understand an introduction. So I went. This is where I went to. So it's not so much. So you see, we have introduction to Power Platform. So you're going to complete the introduction to Power Platform here. This. So these are the items here. So once you click start, you are going to do introduction. What is Microsoft Power Platform, data source, data loss prevention, pulling it all together, you do your knowledge check, summary. So we want each and every one of us to do this. This is an assignment for us. So next week we would be asking questions on what you learned from this. So I think that's all for today. Today was just introduction. Next week, Victoria will take us on creating the application. So that's when you start the real work. So if you don't have a laptop today, I think next week you should try as much as possible to come with your laptop so that you would work with Victoria. You work alongside with Victoria as she takes how to create Canvas app. Yeah, so that's all for today. I'm really grateful. Thank you to all of you for attending. Do you have questions, please?
No, thank you for the class.
Hello, I have a question.
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Yes, you mentioned earlier that you can do the app on Power Apps platform, right? So you mentioned something like if your system is hacked or something like so. Does it mean that you cannot have a desktop platform where you can do it locally before you push it online?
Okay, so for Power Apps here, it's strictly online. So the only one you have desktop application for is Power BI.
Okay.
And I think Power Automate also came up with a desktop version. That was 2 years ago in 2020. So you can also use Power Automate and Power BI. But for Power Apps, you have to do it online. You can't do it with your system and then push it online.
Okay. So after building it now, you can deploy it to whichever platform you want.
Yeah, so after building the application, you can share it. You can share it to everyone in your organization. You can share it with your friends so that they'll work with it. You can, after sharing, you can send it to your phone. Although there's only send to your phone, just log in on Power Apps app. So to get that, you can go to Apple Store, iOS stores or Play Store to get it on your phone. Get the app on your phone. So once you create it online, you can access it on your phone via the app.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry, so how do we get the link for the tutorial?
Are you going to send it to our WhatsApp? I'm going to send it to the WhatsApp.
Okay, no, I will just paste it here on the chat. I'll paste it on the chat box. Can you still see my screen though? Can you also see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'll paste it. Let me just copy and paste it now so it's easier to get it. So this is not it. So this is our chat here. So I'll just paste it here. Okay. Okay, so someone says, is the PL 900 different from Microsoft certificate? No, they're all Microsoft certificates.
Please, I have a question.
Okay, please talk to me.
You said you will send the link to us, the link of where we will learn how to start building like. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, have you sent the link?
So I just pasted it on the chat box. You should see it now.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have two different. I think they're the same thing actually. So let's just keep on. So just click on it. When you click on it, it takes you to a different app. Then you see your learning introduction to Power Platform. Yeah. So do we have any other question, please?
Yeah, about the learning. How can we track our progress? Must we be logged in?
Yes, you have to sign in to track your progress.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, ma. I think it will also be nice if you can post the link on the WhatsApp so that we can easily copy it from there or access it from there.
Okay. All right, so I'll do that.
Thank you.
I'll do that. You would see the link. Maybe before the end of today, you get the link there. Any other question before we go? So I think that we got new people attended. So we have Omolola on the call. Omolola, do you want to say hi to everyone? Omolola is a PowerApps mentor too. So you'll get to.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Mandala. We can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody. What to say? I'm so excited to also be here, and it's amazing to see a lot of people here. But I would just like to say that one thing we noticed from the last cohort is that at times people tend to reduce as we like the whole excitement get people going, and at the end of the day we see that people tend to reduce. So I just want to encourage us that we have so much in store for this course, and I want to encourage us to just stay and ensure that we are learning something. We just play around with the whole platform, just try to do something, try to continue to research, and if you have any questions at all, you can always send a message to any of the mentors. We are here to help and assist any way we can. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. We really appreciate you guys for joining us today. So next week is, let's say, the major day because they're going to be creating an application or an app next week. So please, I would want us to join next week. So we have, I want us to join next week so that you would learn more. Today was just basically introduction. We didn't do anything with the application or anything and all that. So next week is going to be better. So thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate your time and the effort and your questions. Thank you. So so according to Molola, if you have questions or if you have issues, you can just reach out to us on the group chat, I guess, and you can also reach out to us on Teams. We would be sure to help you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amara.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amara.
Thanks. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
That's Francis.
Guys, you too.
Thanks.